I thought I'd do a quick overview on the install, or the way I installed the BOSS MC500 amp system and speakers for my bike here. So I picked it up on Amazon for about $80. Seemed like a pretty good price, fairly decent risk to take. Came with the mini remote control, the keychain. You can plug in a USB drive or an SD card, and it does also pick up radio stations, which they don't pick them up that great, but and the sound seems a little bit quieter than the USB MP3. That's pretty much what I use exclusively. So rather than do an unboxing or a complete breakdown of the install, since it is fairly simple, I thought I'd just show how I actually did it here. So basically, obviously the negative and positive go to the battery terminals, just bolted them right in there. And underneath the seat here, I tucked up the fuse. It's covered in a rubber housing with a rubber cap, so it's weatherproof, and it just tucks up there fairly well. Can't quite see it. Pretty much zip tied. From there, the wires up underneath the tank here, so they're up and away from the engine, stay away from the heat. They then come around underneath, up to the forks, zip tied them there to keep them secure as well. They come down and underneath and into the fork bag, which is where the amp is actually mounted. And I cut some holes in there too, just for some ventilation, because the amp does get a little bit warm, but not too bad. So up in front here, you see the fork bag where it's mounted. Decided to keep it that way so they're nice and clean. Wires come back up into the speakers themselves, where they're mounted. And this does come with the brackets to mount this. They can be up top. I decided to go down below since I have the higher risers. Let's take a look at inside the fork bag here. What I had done was decided to drill a couple holes in the fork bag. Cheap fork bag too, maybe $20 at the most. So I didn't mind drilling holes in it. Put some bolts in there so the amp itself is stable and doesn't bounce around in there. Also decided to cut a hole into the side here. So you can't quite see it, but you can reach the power button from here. So if I reach into the bag here, press and hold for a couple seconds, then the unit should turn on. Give it another press there. There we go, you can see the light right there. Goes to USB. Decided to take the remote as well and mount it up to the front bars here with the Velcro strap. I just took the keychain off of it with a little clip. Ran a Velcro strap so I can move it around, and it blows around less in the wind too. So with this, of course, you can advance tracks, change the mode from SD card to USB to FM radio, play and pause, as well as press and hold to adjust the volume, up or down, and press and hold the play pause button to kill the power completely. So overall, I would say that about 40 miles an hour, with a little bit of wind, you can hear everything pretty clear. I would advise that you select your music so it's not too screechy, because these don't have too much bass, but you could still hear it. You can still make it out okay. So overall, I'd say for $80, these are plenty loud. Highway speeds, like I said, 40-45 miles an hour, 2/3 of the way up for the volume. Everything sounds great. So pretty easy install doing it this way with the fork bag. No wire cutting. Everything could just pretty much be zip tied and then bunched up in the fork bag. So that's the review. You can find these on Amazon, like I said, for about $80. Definitely worth the money. And thanks for watching the video.